everybody, Llewellyn here with Warren to Whimsy, and I am live in the Redesign with Prima page. So today I'm actually going to be inviting Crystin on here with me in just a few minutes when she's ready. And we're going to do a dual live today. So I'm just kind of waiting, making sure I'm live, and my husband's helping me. I see a couple people popping on, so I know I'm live. What are you looking for? You don't see it? I just got to make sure my comments are showing up. But yeah, so we are both going to be working on a project today. Hi, you guys. I can see you hopping on. Go ahead and comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And whenever I see Crystin hop on there, I will add her as well to the live just to make sure. And I see, yep, I see I've got about 11 people watching, so it should be on there. Yeah, let me know where you're watching from, and I hope I'm on the right page. Make sure I'm on the Redesign page and not my own. Because I see Nick's frowning, he's still not seeing it. So today I'm going to be working on this little thing, and whenever I see Crystin's little face pop up, I'll try and add her there. Let me see if I can.
There you are.
Okay, good. Now he's seeing me. She's not there yet. So we'll just kind of jump in and get started. I'm working on this little... What's that? Yeah, share it to my page. So I'm working on this little plaque. Hi, Margaret. Thank you for saying hello. It's always nice when you guys pop on. Tell me where you're watching from. And to start with, I'm going to be, I don't know if you guys can see, I have half a butterfly, not a butterfly, a butterfly painted already. And so I'm going to be using some of the other, hi, Roz. I see you there. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to be using some of the other Prima products today, like the impasto paints. I don't know, we don't use those too often on here, but these are the impasto paints, and they're Art Alchemy, and they're from Prima. So I'm going to be using these to paint my butterfly, and one half of it is, hi everybody, thank you guys for joining. I can see you hopping on. So one half of the butterfly is going to be hand painted, and then the other half I kind of wanted to make some transfers into some butterfly wings. So that's my plan for today, and we are still waiting on Crystin, but that's okay because I can just get started with what I'm doing right now with the transfers because it's pretty straightforward. Hi everybody, I can see you guys coming on and saying hello. And I'm just going to keep an eye out for Crystin, so I'll just keep watching. It looks like I see Emily. Hi, thanks for watching. Looks like I can add a few of you, so I should be good to add her when she gets on here. I'm going to bring you guys in maybe a little bit closer. And so I want to make some butterfly wings with these little pieces of the transfer that I cut out. And what I'm using today is some of the corners from Royal Burgundy. It's this beautiful flower transfer. Hi, Emily. And I'm gonna use those for my wings. I'm not quite sure which way I want these to go. I want them to be about the same size as the rest of the butterfly. And this is the easy part right here, getting the transfer on. So I figured I would do the transfer first, and then come back in with the paint, because I can paint right over the transfer and not have any issues. So I'm just kind of trying to line it up here and see where I want it. Hello, thanks for watching. Hi, Iris. Thanks for joining me today. And I still am just keeping an eye out for Crystin. Looks like she messaged me. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, so she's gonna come on when she's ready. I know she had a little bit of prep work to do. She was trying to prep her canvas for you guys. So I'm putting the Royal Burgundy on here, and I just cut out some of the flowers from around the edges. And I'm just gonna rub it on. This is the stick that comes in the transfer package. So that makes it easy. Hi, sorry, I'm checking comments too. Hi, Carolyn, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. So yes, this is what's going to be my butterfly wings. Sounds like someone fell down upstairs. I just heard a big old thump. We've got the kids. Kids are packed away in the bedroom, so. Every once in a while you wonder what's going on upstairs. The noise that they make. Okay, and I'm just gonna very carefully rub it on here. All I've done is, this was plain wood, so I just did a quick coat of white paint and let that dry so that I'd have it ready. And then you can kind of see my butterfly wings drawn out over here. Hi, Sue. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today.
Tally, I translated it from French. It says really beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Tally. I'm hoping it will come together. We'll just start out and get this. This is going to be my top wing here. Try and find an edge so I can pull it off. And I know I'm going to have to go up and touch up some of the white paint that I used. Transfer is sticking pretty well, so. But I'm rubbing it a tiny bit with my stick. I'm nicking it, but that's okay.
Crystin said to watch us go in the StreamYard.
I don't know if you're on here. Crystin, I'm not using StreamYard. I'm just on the Facebook Live.
Did you want me to message her?
Yeah, just tell her to come over on the Redesign page. And I just did it like a regular Facebook Live, so. Okay, so I'm still getting this transfer on here. And as I said before, I just want to make sure I don't have the wrong transfer. I'm adding the Royal Burgundy one. I went through quite a few, figuring out what I was going to do exactly. So sometimes when I look at all the names, then I can't remember which one I'm using after I go through them all.
So do you have to add her, or can she request?
If she comes on the live, then I should be able to just, I can like add her on there, just like yesterday. There we go. So those roses are on here, and in a little bit I'll pull out my paints. I figured we could do this and get started while we wait for Crystin. I'm just hoping it all works out. You never know with these lives. Ah, there you are. Okay, let me press add you. Hang on, you guys. Sorry about this. I might have to adjust the camera a little bit. So she should be coming on. There she is. Hey, Crystin.
Hey, sorry. I'm running late because of many reasons, but
that's all right.
Many reasons, but yeah. Also, the smoke down here has been really messing with my eyes. I wear contacts, and it's just been like really bad for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would be, yeah, that would be tough. We don't have much of it up here, so, but we have in the past when the wind changes and stuff. Marianne says it's fuzzy, but that should hopefully, yeah, the fuzziness, and then sometimes the sound is distorted for a little bit, but it should clear up hopefully once Facebook catches up with what we're doing. I see your canvas there, Crystin. So for anybody who's just joining us, I've got Crystin Min on here from Eclat Designs by Crystin, and I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
No, you're saying it right. No worries.
So
okay.
Yeah, if you guys go ahead and say hi to Crystin as well. I want to make sure you all can hear me. Nick, can you listen to it for 1 second? Okay, it sounds like we're good with sound now, so.
The picture's better as well.
Okay, sounds good. We're ready to go, Crystin. I'm ready when you are.
Is that just trying to get my lighting?
For sure. I'll just keep going. I've kind of gotten started on this butterfly. Thank you, Maribeth. Thank you so much for letting us know. She just said we are loud and clear, and Heather says that the sound is good. Awesome. Thank you, ladies.
All right.
Cool. You never know what Facebook's going to throw at you.
No, you do not.
Or what your internet is going to be like.
Yeah, they've been doing a ton of changes lately. So you can see my canvas is totally blank. I was planning on prepping it, but obviously didn't get there. So you're just gonna see how I prep the background for my canvas. I have 3 of these. These are like the huge panels, and I bought 3 of them because I was planning on doing a chinoiserie wallpaper type design.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I wanted the 3 panels, you know, and then have them like kind of a series that, but yeah, anyway, so that's my plan for this canvas.
All right.
And
That sounds like fun.
So I'm using metallics for the base. I have the Modern Master metallics with me. I picked the blue shades, and then I also have the Prima Marketing Opal Magic one, and this one is it says teal pink. So what it means is that it looks teal, but then in certain lighting, there's a pinkish hue to it.
Gotcha.
So I'm using that. Yeah. So that's the Opal Magic.
That sounds really pretty. I think I have a few of those. Hi, Gail. Thanks for joining us. So I'm doing a butterfly, and I already kind of described it, but I'm going to paint one half and then do the other side with the transfers. So I'm using the Royal Burgundy, I think. I think that's what I said. I said it about 5 times. I just want to make sure. So you're using that opal one right now?
No, this is the base. I'm using, this one is the Modern Masters Glacier blue paint. I'm going to use the Opal Magic last because I don't want to cover it up, you know, so I want that to be the finish.
For sure. For sure. So I'm slowly just adding this transfer on. I figured it was a good place to start while we were waiting. And hon, can you see me okay? Because I can't see me.
I can see your canvas.
Okay, that's fine. I just got to find my little stick. Where did I put my rubbing stick? I'm trying to keep track of everything. Oh, I'm sitting on it. Thanks for sharing, Gail. So yeah, Kristin's just prepping her canvas and kind of doing the background. Do you always start by doing the whole background of the canvas?
Yes, I always start with the background. I know there's several different ways that people like to do it. Sorry, I'm sharing this onto my page. I forgot to do that.
That's okay. You're fine.
So yeah, I usually start with that because it's just easier for me. To just paint over the background instead of around the background.
For sure. And then kind of layer it in. Yeah, I decided to do like a little bit, I do a lot of scene paintings for those of you who are on here and don't follow me. My name's Llewellyn from Born to Whimsy, and I do a lot of scenery paintings. So today's kind of just a fun, probably more whimsical piece. It goes with my name at least. I'm just having fun with this one. Decided. And we get to use some of the other Prima products. That's kind of what we're doing here to begin with. So is just kind of exploring the whole Prima line rather than just, you know, the redesign side of it.
Yeah, Prima has like the more DIY type products. I shouldn't say DIY, like scrapbooking.
Yeah.
Type products.
Yes, exactly. It's scrapbooking. So they have a lot of different paints and stuff. A lot of paints and a lot of metallics, which is what I'm going to be using on the butterfly over here, which I actually think I'm ready to get started. So I have my wings in on this side, as I was showing you guys before. And so I'm going to kind of get over and start on the body. let's see. I'm gonna grab a few. I'm using a similar to what Crystin was using, but I'm using the Art Alchemy metallic ones. Make sure you guys can see that. Can you see that when I hold that up there, babe?
Oh, I got it place.
Okay, I'll hold it in front of the canvas because I know you can see that. So it's this really pretty, I wanted to use, it's almost like a mermaid color. Well, it's called Mermaid Teal, so that works perfectly. So I'm going to start with that. And then I'm also going to use one of their purples, I think. And maybe a pink or two. I'm just kind of going to pull a few colors from the transfer as well, hopefully. And we're going to have a metallic butterfly on here. Brittany, yes, I am in Washington. You're from Tacoma. Thanks for joining today. That's awesome. I always love to, it's crazy how many people you meet online, and I always love meeting people who are semi-close to me, because with this stuff, you know, everybody's all over the world. And Crystin, where are you located?
In Colorado.
Okay. I thought that's what you said. I just didn't want to get it wrong.
No, yeah, Colorado, where all the fires are, or some of the fires are happening.
Yeah, some of the fires over there. You were saying that the air quality is not so great right now, right?
Oh, I actually checked, and the air quality is so bad that if you're outside the whole day, it's like smoking 2 packs of cigarettes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
that's how bad it is.
That's
I'm
really
just saying,
terrible.
it's awful.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not good at all. Okay, sorry, I concentrate. I get quiet when I'm painting.
Me
Oh
too.
wait, I say that all the time on my page, but I'm like trying to concentrate on making sure it looks okay too.
Right? Yeah. Kind of takes a little bit of focus when you're doing the small details anyways, too.
For sure.
All right.
But
So I'm just adding a bit of a darker blues to give it depth. I like layering metallics so that it's more multi-dimensional.
that makes sense. So those are both metallics that you're using then?
Yes, I'm using all metallics for my background.
Okay. That's funny. I'm using metallics for my wings too, so it just kind of makes sense. It just made sense with the butterfly today. Today it made sense.
All right, hopefully that dries quickly.
And again, I'm just I decided to use frozen berries for mine. That's an Art Alchemy one, the metallic paint, and it is, yes, mixed media. Your brother-in-law, Mary Beth says her brother-in-law is in Ridgeway and he can't breathe there. I'm so sorry. The wildfires have been it's been bad the past couple of years, I feel like. You know, it was a few years back when we had one up here. I had some friends who lived within just a mile of it, like they could see it from their house. So it got really close to a lot of people. Okay, and now I'm going in with that mermaid tail, and I kind of want to use that on the outer edge here. And once this is in here, I'm thinking I'm going to go in like with a black and outline it all. Crystin Min is a power painter. Yes. I love Crystin, I really love your work. You do some amazing, amazing pieces.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just love using colors and whatever makes me happy at the moment.
For sure. How did you get started painting?
I started with when I was having my daughter, we actually just moved to this area to be closer to my husband's family. So we basically, you know, had nothing to put in the apartment. And then I needed to furnish her nursery. So I started painting her furniture for her.
Uh-huh.
And that's pretty much how it all began, really. Um, and then, yeah, just kind of never stopped after I made all the furniture for our home.
Yep, we never stop and then we fill it up and then you have to put it somewhere. So
Yeah, my husband is always joking. He's like, "Could you have picked something smaller to do?" Like
then the
jewelry
giant
making,
furniture pieces. Well, look, you're doing it on canvas. So
right?
thank you, Roz. Roz says she shared it, and if anybody needs product help, Roz is on here as well, it looks like, for at least a little while. So if you have a question about something we're using, Roz has a lot of answers. So does Crystin though too, because Crystin, you've been with Redesign with Prima for a while. So
Yes.
um,
I don't know. Has it been 3 years? Maybe. I don't know.
that's a long
Time flies.
time. I feel like that's
Time
quite a long
flies.
time. Yeah. Thank you, Iris. You're so sweet. We'll get there. It's starting to look like what I wanted it to look like. Brittany says, so many people start by trying to redo something from their home. And she did too. Yeah, that's actually how I started as well, Brittany. I same story as Crystin pretty much. I did my daughter's dresser for her before she was born. It's probably not a piece that I would show off these days, but we all start somewhere. Nick still likes it, so that's good. It's held up. It's held up over the years, and it's still there's no dents or nicks, so I did a decent job.
It's the strawberry chocolate piece.
The strawberry chocolate, yeah. Yep, it was brown and pink.
Mine was gray, and then I added the Redesign Parisian butterfly birds onto it later. Um, so that
Yeah.
was her furniture. And then I recently just painted over that very dresser.
Oh, that's the butterfly one you just did then.
Yeah, so
That's not
upgrading.
bad at all, though, starting out with gray. At least you stuck with the neutral.
Okay, now I'm going to add some of the opal magic on here. Hopefully the lighting's okay. Metallics are kind of tricky because it just looks so different in the lighting and
Yeah, you get that shine on it.
right, and I often have a hard time too with my pieces trying to get the color to look exact, like how it is in person. So it's
Yeah, the pictures would be really hard with that.
yes.
I know I have trouble when it comes to my painting pieces if I seal them and the sealer is like a shinier. I use matte now, but like I've used a shinier sealer in the past. And then you can't see part of the painting because the glare from the picture just shines right off of it.
Yes, yes, exactly.
I always end up having to think about. Mary Beth says she so loves your new work and that I already know. I already know you love mine. Thank you, Mary Beth. You're always sweet. Okay, so I've already done my wings, kind of. I'm probably going to end up blending that out, but it was drying really fast. And so I'm going to go in with a little bit of the black. I wanted to get black. Hang on. Let me see if I can find some black. I was going to use the Impasto paint, but I think I'm out of black. I've got my dark blue. I go through paints like crazy, so.
I know, and there's certain colors that you just use more often, like white and black, to blend. So it's like run out.
I use the white, or I go through white like anything. Well,
Yeah.
I might have to use black and a regular acrylic just because I don't have any more in the impasto paint. Oh, sleep over. Got everything in my little corner here, so. Okay, we're gonna end up going with just an acrylic. Oh, I can see. I'm gonna also shut this curtain down here. It's gonna become the Crystin show for like 2 seconds.
It's really exciting right now.
Well, backgrounds, I know you wanted to prep this beforehand and then didn't end up having a ton of time, but
Yeah, preferably. I'd like to show the interesting bits, but sorry, you're just gonna have to go with me from the start to finish.
that's fine. It happens. And I don't mind seeing the background and stuff and watching the whole process, you know, because that's part of it too. That's always a big part of it. There we go. I'm gonna turn this just a little bit, center it slightly. And I'm just getting some black paint still.
Glare.
This is already dry, so I might do my second coat for my little wings. Again, using the metallics. They're a little bit translucent, so it didn't do like a super dark first coat. There we go. So I'm going to do the second coat, and I'm starting with this Mermaid Tail. How's everybody out there doing today? I can see a few of you that I know hopping on, so thanks for watching.
Now I need to let this dry a bit, otherwise I'm just dragging the paint around.
Uh-huh. I know how that feels. That's kind of why I took a step back for a second with this one.
You need to do like proper drying times, otherwise it just makes a huge mess. And stuff just takes stages sometimes.
For sure. Don't even worry about it. Because I'm still painting, so they have something to look at.
I mean, I'm kind of tweaking it, but yeah, I need to, with the metallic paints too, if I overwork them, they start to look really streaky and not pretty.
Oh, that's good to know too.
Yeah, it's they're kind of a bit acrylic based, but the um with the pigments and everything, it's better if you do them in thin layers and then let each layer dry before adding on another layer for it to
Okay.
look smooth. Otherwise, if you overwork it, it actually ends up dragging some of the paint off, and then you get that really like rough looking surface. So if you're trying to get a smooth surface, you have to let each layer dry completely. So that's why some of my pieces take forever, because I'm like, it takes, oh gosh, like a whole day for me to like let it dry and then paint some more and then let it dry. So it's like the whole process.
Yes, definitely with those metallics then. I actually I don't use a ton of metallic paint. So no, that's all good to know. Good stuff. And I know everybody on here watching, I know quite a few of you probably already know who Crystin is. So if you have any questions for her, now would be the time too. We can pick her brain. We can pick her brain for all of her amazing furniture pieces. Got like Hi, Patricia. Thanks for watching. She says her hands are in paint, so she'll have to catch the replay. So pretty so far. And that's Patricia Presto. And then Vintage Junk to Funk just got on and says, hey, ladies. I'm just going through the comments, making sure I didn't miss anything. I think we've got everything. Doing good. And I'm using Frozen Berries as my purple color. So I'm going to double coat this for now and go through and do my black lines over the top of this to kind of get the colors, or I mean, get the shape in there. Sorry, you guys. It is that concentrating thing. I swear, like, I can talk.
Well, I did bring the impasto paints, so maybe I can show those while you're concentrating.
Well, I'm good for a minute. I'm just trying to remember what it's so hard to like paint and then remember what you're trying to say at the same time. I'll do it eventually. I'm getting better at it, you know. I think it just takes
it's
practice.
like trying to multitask and okay. So these are the impasto paints from Prima Marketing, and these are heavy-bodied acrylic paints. So they're just like acrylics, just a lot thicker. And they have different colors. This is eggplant. I have the raspberry pink. There's a bottle green. This one's a boudoir pink, fancy pink. Cobalt. There is the white, of course. Lemon peel. And oh, here's a new set that I haven't even touched. There's burlap. We have azure, linen. There's pumpkin, and what's this one? Crimson. So I'll be using these to paint the branches and stuff and the birds. But I need to do it over the background. So can't really
second, yeah.
Yeah. I can't paint it on now because I don't want to mess up the background. But that's what I was planning on doing, was doing the branches and then the flowers first, and then I'm going to do the birds. Maybe add peacocks in there. I don't know. I'm not really sure at this point what I'm going to be doing, but we'll see how ambitious I get.
That sounds perfect for you. That's totally your style. It's you, 100%.
So we'll see.
That's Crystin all over it. I know, I'm like doing like the opposite of what I usually paint, so.
Well, I'm sure you're doing that on some furniture pieces right now.
Doing butterflies?
Oh no, your beautiful landscape stuff.
Oh yes, I've got. Yep, I'm finishing up a custom piece, 2 custom pieces, and then, well, that's it right now besides canvases. So, surprisingly enough, I have got everything else finished.
That's good. Yeah.
I know. I usually got like 5 projects going on, but I got a little overwhelmed and then maybe a little bit behind because I had too much. So I just stopped starting. Is what I did.
Yeah, I totally know how you feel. I did that with the new release, so it was crazy, and now I'm just slowing down. Like I'm not gonna be working on 4 or 5 at the same time.
Yeah, it gets to be a lot. Well, I think part of that was like we just had that release, the new release with all of the redesign, the new transfers. So a lot of us had a bunch going on in the background. This brush is not as fine as I want it to be. Oh, Mary Beth tells me, roll that brush. I think she's talking to me. Trying to get the paint to go on it in a really fine line, but I might need a better brush.
Okay, well, geez, I should probably just prep the other canvases too while I'm at it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
how long does it take to dry, do you think?
It depends, like maybe 20 minutes sometimes.
Oh, okay. So maybe 10 more minutes and it should be hopefully good.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the other panel. So this is going to be a series anyways. I might as well just do the other one while I have all of my stuff out. Panels are huge.
You might as well do them all. That makes sense. I might need to aim this down a little bit. There we go. Mine's all dry too. That metallic stuff does dry pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know you like to use a lot of Wise Owl as well, right?
Yes, I use Wise Out. They have new metallics that came out, and they have some really awesome metallic glazes.
Huh?
Which just released, so I really love the new ones. They're space inspired, so there's a bunch of really cool colors.
So like deep blues and like blacks.
Deep blues, there's like a kind of a grayish, like the moon, but not. There's like a really pretty violet sort of color. Hard to explain. There's like a peacock blue, and then there's a green that's kind of like a bit like teal, but they are kind of like the Opal Magic ones, where they're a bit multi-dimensional, so they kind of look a bit different in the lighting.
Awesome.
But yeah, I use those. Well, I'll use any metallics. Doesn't really matter. I'll use them all. But it's just fun and to see all the different versions that brands have and stuff.
Hi, Stacy's asking me if I'm using an outline. I'm following my little pencil lines, but I just drew one really quick this morning, so not in particular. I'm just following like a pencil outline. That's what I was trying to say. Get this little tiny antenna in here. Here we go. It's starting to get there, guys. I think I'll do this a little thicker. You tried just drawing it and it was a disaster, Stacy? I think drawing has always kind of been my strong point. So I could always do like pencil drawings is my thing, or was. And now I've just, for a little over a year, started with the paintings. So I don't have too hard of a time with the pencil drawings. And Crystin, are you just starting on Canvas? I feel like when we talked, you mentioned that.
I have done canvas work, but my main focus has been furniture. So getting back to canvas is a little bit weird, but not. I mean, it's not too different from furniture, I guess, because it's just a surface that I'm creating something on. But as far as design-wise, on canvas, it's a lot different for me, anyways. There are certain styles I like to do on furniture, and then for canvas, I'm drawn more to certain different types of stuff too. Hard to explain, but
That makes sense. Furniture inspires me in a way that I'm hoping canvas someday will. But for the moment, like furniture is what really just pulls my heart in there, you know, and inspires me. And I'm
mhm,
slowly getting used to working with that blank canvas. But that's been, I think it's just, I'm not sure what the difference is. I feel like when I get a furniture piece, like I know right away what I want to put on it and what I want it to look like and what I want it to be. But with a
mhm.
canvas, it's just this blank square. So I'm like, there's so much I could do. And
Exactly. Yeah, it's like literally empty, so it's like the possibilities and just trying to decide on something is kind of difficult.
yeah, but
But
I'll get there. I'm sure you will too.
um
It's gotten a lot. I feel like the more I do it, the easier it gets though to come up with the things.
mhm. Yeah, I
What
just
should
have to get back into it.
So you said you did canvas work before. When would that have been?
Um, well, I've done stuff fairly recently. I did like a mix. I've been doing kind of like mixed media
Okay.
with the redesign transfers and then, hand painting um the 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 other parts of it. So like I did a Frida Kahlo self-portrait or portrait of her, and then I added some of the redesign with Prima transfers, um, like for the florals in her hair, and I used like the Southwest tapestry, I think it is, for part of her clothing.
That sounds beautiful. I like the florals in her hair idea. I've wanted to do that. I did one, but she was like a, um, what's it called when it's the side of your face? I can't remember.
Well,
Profile. Thank you, hon.
right? I'm like, drawing a blank.
But she was a profile, so I like added it up above for a little fun. Let's see. I'm still grabbing brushes over here. I'm probably going to add some of the white in, hopefully. Hopefully I'll have time to do that, and hopefully this will dry. So I wanted to do little like white dots, and then I also wanted to go through and do some more of a fine lines. Let's see. We'll see if I can get that in there though. It's actually been live for quite a while, Kristen.
It flies by. Sometimes when I'm doing the furniture, like just painting it, it does fly by. I mean, um, I guess when you're busy doing something,
Yes.
and then when I'm
Doing something you like. Mary
well,
Beth,
yeah,
Mary Beth says something. Another thing in common, my BFA is in illusion and photography, but that was about 30 years ago. Well, that's cool. Making sure I'm not missing anything else. Photography.
yeah, well,
Well, I sure am inspired by photographers all over the place all the time. So, all right. I'm just going to keep filling in my wings here if you guys are okay with coming along. Shelly says, Kristen, it would be neat to see your take on a fairy.
a fairy.
Well, you had that. There was a lady. Was it a mermaid lady, if I remember correctly?
Yes,
Okay, so you had a mermaid.
I've never done a fairy actually, but yeah, I would definitely. be open to doing a sort of more magical fantasy type piece.
Yeah. Oh, Mary Beth says she meant illustration, not illusion. Because autocorrect. I know it gets us all. That's a bit of a difference. I feel like she's told me that before too. And Mary Beth, don't you have like a son or a daughter that is an illustrator as well? I'm still just going in and filling all these things in. Make my metallics a little deeper.
Yeah, it takes a couple of layers to do that for sure.
Yeah, I've watched you do one before, so. Shelly says yes, please. For the fairy. See, I've done a lot of mermaids. I've drawn fairies, but I don't think I've ever painted one. Not yet. Maybe it's time.
I think I would probably do like a Art Nouveau type fairy. I'm like
That
thinking
would
about
be
it. Like
That would be beautiful.
how would I go about doing that?
Weren't we talking about transfer ideas and that was one of our ideas?
Yes, I would love some style era type transfers like Art Nouveau and then Art Deco would be cool. Just like the different styles during time periods.
Uh-huh. Hey, honey, can you grab my spray bottle over there? This paint's drying out. It's right over by where I was painting this morning. I'm like painting all over this room, so everything's spread out. Thanks, honey. So the impasto paints that I'm using, they dry out a little bit quickly, and I'm just showing this to anybody who decides to get them. So I just like to spritz them with water every once in a while. They are really meant for a palette knife and doing like the impasto style painting. But I just use a lot of water and then they work. Mary Beth says she's a mermaid. And her favorite period is Art Deco, although she loves all of the masters. Yes. Yeah, anybody who's watching who has transfer ideas, that's a fun subject too. I've got loads.
I also like the different like culture type art too.
Yes.
I think it's really cool, just like different types of designs all around the world.
That makes sense. And with your painting, that makes sense too.
There's a lot of different shadows out there. There's so much in the world.
Well, and with the internet now, we have like everything at our fingertips, so
Yes, exactly.
it's all right there.
You can find anything nowadays.
I almost went sideways. My hand shook. I need a smaller brush. I almost messed up the antenna. We can't do that. I'm so close to having it. Roz is asking if you're going to draw or do a transfer on these.
On the panels?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was kind of going to just hand paint the whole thing. I thought of possibly using the postal birds, or the other birds, the Parisian butterflies, or there's of course the birds from the Blossom Flight. So, but you know, I kind of just want to draw my own. So I don't think I will be using any transfers this time.
So and you're gonna use the impasto paints for most of it?
Yes, I don't have brown, of course, which I do need.
I have brown. I'll send you my brown.
No, I'm like, why did I not order brown? Jeez. I get distracted by the pretty colors, so I don't think about the basic colors. Horrible, yeah.
There we go. Oh, she was saying it would be cool if I could be on both of your pages. And I think well we're in the redesign group, so I think Crystin can see your comments as well. I just know she's busy, so I'm reading them.
Yes, and my sorry, my eyes are kind of like not working very well for me, so.
Oh yeah, you said that with all the smoke. Shelly wants to know, how often do you sell canvas versus furniture?
That would be for you, Llewellyn.
Oh, probably.
I'm like,
You don't do a ton of yeah, Crystin doesn't do a ton of canvas work yet. And I'm almost at 50% right now. I usually, most of my ones that I've sold that I've done that weren't commissions, it was smaller pieces. But then I've also done some commission work as well, which is always fun. Pushes me outside of my box, that's for sure.
how do you like commissions versus just, selling a finished piece?
I don't mind commission work at all. At first, it was kind of intimidating
Mm-hmm.
because you want it to be perfect, and you're just hoping you can take on what they ask for, especially when it comes to like paintings versus
Right, yeah.
painting a piece. But I like doing both, and I'm at about a 50-50 mix of that as well, probably. Like lately, almost all of my work that I've sold has been the commission pieces. So
The
I
good
kind of
thing
have.
though about commissions is that they, as soon as you're done, they're going to be picked up. They don't, so they won't take up much room for too
Yeah,
long.
hopefully they don't sit there for too long. Yeah. And if they do, it's your doing, not the
Right,
fault of
exactly.
like sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on, when you booked the shipping and everything, but you know that they're going after you're done. So I always found that to be a bonus compared to selling furniture because you don't really know how long it'll take.
For sure.
Some pieces go fast, but some pieces do take quite a while. All right, I think my first panel is dry now.
Well, that makes me excited.
So I might be able to do something more interesting.
I'm still doing this butterfly. I mean, I'm just still doing the black. I don't even know. At this point, we'll see if I keep it.
Right. Can always change your mind.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, it's dry.
That is, yep, my favorite part about paint. I can change it and just paint it all out if I want to.
I think one of the questions I get a lot from people is, do you know what you're going to paint right away? Or have you ever repainted a piece after painting it a certain color?
Mm-hmm.
And I would have to say definitely. I do change my mind a lot. So sometimes, like it's not like I have the plan in my mind immediately for some pieces. Some of them, like you said, I'd know right away, but some of them are a bit more challenging. So those ones, it takes me a while to decide what to do. And I will repaint a piece too if I look at the color and I'm just not feeling it. So
Yeah,
it
I've done
happens
that.
to all of us.
It does. Well, I usually will repaint it like more towards the beginning. Like, you know, you do your base coat and you're like, nope. So hopefully you catch it then. But yeah, I had a bed that I did like, oh man, Nick, how many times did I repaint that? Well, first I did a scene on it and that didn't work. It just wasn't working for me. And so I painted over the scene and then I did a tutorial I used it for. And then I painted it a third time and sold it. So that one was fun. I really got to know that bed.
Right. And nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes they just take more of a journey to get to where they should be, and
Yeah.
some of them don't. All right, no brown.
Some of them know what they want to be. So like sometimes I'll have an idea in my head and I'll be already looking for a certain piece. And then other times you're just like, ooh, that's such a good deal on a really nice piece. So I've got to go pick that up. And then you don't really have an idea of what you want for it yet. So it kind of goes both ways.
Right.
Okay, I got to be really quiet for a second. So I can paint. And Mary Beth says it's only paint, and she's right.
To use burlap. I think I'll have to use burlap. Maybe not.
I'm like over here holding my breath, so I'm getting quiet. Ew, these little tiny lines. I think my favorite part about this butterfly is going to be that I don't have to do the other side like it. I don't have to try and match what I'm doing right now.
So, do the linen. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do these branches without brown. I have the acrylic.
Brown. What would you mix? Red and green and yellow. I make a lot of colors. Like when I don't have them, I just mix them. So if you start with red and yellow and you get like an orangey color and then you add the green in till it browns it out.
Oh, that's why I'm missing my basic color impastos. Hold on.
Ooh, these fine lines, man. I'm gonna like pass out from holding my breath. Iris. Thank you, Iris. That's very sweet. Fortunately, Nick's still here, so if I do end up passing out from holding my breath, he's here to deal with it.
Okay,
Are you
I
doing?
to use. Sorry, I just moved and like I still haven't found all of my stuff.
Oh yeah, did you move far?
No,
Hi,
it was
Jenna.
the same town, but um, moving is stressful. I just haven't even.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you're like running your business from home, so you have to move. It's like moving to a household and a business.
Yes, I didn't realize I had like a warehouse full of products, but I guess I did.
You're so funny.
I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had so much paint.
And hi,
And my
Jenna.
husband.
Jenna from Indigo Creek Studios just hopped on. She says, looking great. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You keep going.
Oh, no, no, not at all. Yeah, because he was the one moving all of my heavy boxes, and then when we got the movers, they were just like, "Do you guys have anything light?" And I just like, not really.
If they're movers, they shouldn't be too worried about it.
It was just funny, even they commented. I was like,
That is funny.
is it like typical for you? Do you not move boxes and boxes of heavy stuff?
Yeah,
But man, paint is heavy.
it is. It is really heavy, especially the ones with like the metal cans. Well, any of them are heavy. They're just so full of that liquid.
Yeah.
Nick's just lucky we moved before I really got into like having every color in the rainbow.
So you're never gonna move, right?
Well, that's what he says. I'm like,
Right.
I need like a shop and maybe two of them, and then we don't need to move anymore. But I get the garage, so I should be happy. Phew. Okay, so I'm just trying to like round out my little edges on my butterfly. It's coming together finally. It looks more like a butterfly. I should have said yeah, or you should have said yeah, me. And
All
I
right,
think
so I'm painting what looks like just a stick, but it will look more like a tree later.
we all need a space, yes, or a place and a space. I've got my garage and I've got my living room. And Kristen said she has her stuff all over the house, so. Didn't you mention that yesterday? You said you had
Um,
your decorating items all over, and I was like, see, Nick?
yes, yes, my home has all of my staging items everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I'll never have like that magazine decorated home because it's like a mishmash of stuff, but I don't have anywhere else to store it and I need it, handy because you never know if you need that one telephone looking thing or if you need that one feather. So it's like I have to have it when I do need it.
Absolutely. I need a telephone looking thing. That's
Right?
next on my list now. I want a telephone looking thing.
Exactly.
I'm like still on these wings are just they're gonna take me a while. And I kind of wish that I had the impasto paint like in the black because it's so thick that I wouldn't have to be going over all of this a second time, but I'm using my regular acrylics because I was out of it. So
Mhm. Yeah,
that
I'm
is one.
using my acrylic too for the brown.
Yeah, because you couldn't find the brown. Oh man.
I misplaced my the basic color impastas, like red, blue, um, yellow, all the primary colors. I misplaced them and I don't know where I left them. I'm gonna have to search for them.
It happens when you move, it happens.
It's in one of the boxes. I just need to figure out which one.
I'm trying to decide where was I going with this part of the wing. There we go. So you must have somebody with the kids right now, huh?
My husband.
Yeah, is he there? That's good.
Yeah,
I
he's
figured,
upstairs.
yeah, I figured because they were pretty quiet. And
Yeah. Otherwise, Ophelia would be here in a second asking me what I'm doing.
she's so cute. I
And
don't
then
know how.
telling me,
Go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, and then like, telling me how I should paint too.
Oh, does she really?
Yeah, she's now my little advisor.
Thank you, Maribeth. They're getting there, these wings. She's your little advisor. My youngest does that to me too. It must be a girl thing. She's like, Maddie's on it, but she's usually really. What I love about her is she's super supportive. Both of them are. They're both like, "Wow, mom, that's amazing." So I'm like, I must be doing something right, you know?
Oh, I know. Ophelia's favorite thing is, good job, Mom.
That's cute.
She's always telling me that. She's like, good job.
She's like a tiny cheerleader. So the only thing I feel like I would change on mine is like, I feel like I would go in and use maybe some different colors on things, but for now, have a good night, hun. Love you too. Nick's off to work. I'm trying to see what you're doing. I keep looking back over.
I'm just painting the one of my little trees looking things. Um, with the chinoiserie designs, they have trees that kind of like trail downwards. So, and then there's like branches, and then they have the flowers and the leaves kind of spaced out. So I'm trying to do it in that style, hopefully, and it'll look semi-decent.
Well, I can see it's coming. It's getting there so far. It's looking good. You just got your sticks in though, so those
Starting
are
with the
those are some nice looking sticks, Kristen.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It'll get more interesting when I start painting birds, I think. Then people will find it more
I know that's where
more
you wanted to start too, and I kind of feel bad, but I was like, but we said.
Oh, no, 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 don't feel bad at all. I think, it's helpful for people to see, like you said at the very beginning too, because I do get asked that a lot, like, oh, how did you do the base? And even though that's not like the most interesting stage, people do wonder. So
Mm-hmm.
being able to see it,
Ew.
I suppose.
Yeah, I don't mind watching people put in a background. Mary Beth says that both of our children are so cute, and I have to agree.
I don't know if you can hear Ophelia in the background right now.
Can you?
Yeah, she's
Oh, I
saying
heard.
da 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 nonstop.
At least she's happy.
Oh, she's definitely a happy kid.
Yes, I can tell that. It's like all I ask for is healthy and happy kids.
Yes. There's not much else you would really need or want, just for them to be happy. How many sticks should I do? 2 sticks or 1? Or 3?
I'm looking. Oh, that got me checking.
I
Well,
don't
don't
want
you?
to overdo it because I have 3 panels, so I'm like, oh, I want it to look like a jungle.
Are they for yourself, or are you going to have these listed?
I think I'm going to keep it.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, because I've been wanting some artwork that's like that. and it's
Uh-huh.
so expensive. I don't know if you've looked up these designs, but the hand painted wallpaper is like thousands of dollars. Like it's so expensive. And of course I wouldn't need a lot, but I'm just like, wow.
Well, you have the skill.
So I'll just make my own, right?
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I do that a lot as well because, but then it kind of hinders me from buying things too. I'm still live, honey. You need to pause that. Yeah. Sorry, my oldest just walked down with the YouTube blaring.
Of course.
I'm still live, you guys. If you guys are hungry, you can go get a snack though. You're hungry? I figured that would happen right about now. Use time. Just do it kind of quietly, okay? And Emma, you've got to pause that. Like we can't have YouTube videos in the background. We'll get kicked off. Right. She said, Mary Beth says that she's like, I won't buy it because I can make it, but then I don't.
Yeah, you have all of these ambitions, and then it's like, I just don't have the time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
Or the right products, the right products is a big one for me. I'm like, I could do that myself. And then I'm like, I don't even have the stuff to do that. What was I?
Exactly. I think that's why people buy our furniture too, because it's like they don't want to buy all the supplies.
Exactly.
You have to do it.
That is a big part of it. And I mean, with the furniture, there's for sure it's like a skill set. That
And it
one,
takes a lot of products. I don't think people realize, even if you're doing just one color, it takes quite a bit of products to
it does.
do it
Yeah.
properly.
Yep. If you start like with the cleaning, and then I don't know what your process is, but I usually clean them and sand them lightly, and then if you're gonna strip part of it, it all adds up for sure.
Definitely cleaning first, and then I will roughly sand or sand all
Yeah.
the way, depending on how bad the surface is. Like if there's a ton of nicks and stuff, then I'll sand it.
Yep.
But if the surface is actually really good and it's just like cosmetic stuff, then I'll just like stuff it up and go ahead and paint. Kind of depends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have like the surf prep sander, so I really like that one. That one's that's an amazing sander. I got that for Mother's Day. His make is awesome.
So sweet. Yeah, I was like telling my husband, I'm like, so what do you think of a $300 sander? And he just looked at me like, are you serious? He's like, sanders cost that much? I'm like, yeah, for the really fancy ones.
That's funny. Yeah. Hey, Maddie, not down here right now. Not right now, baby. I'm live. And Iris says hi to Maddie and Emma. Maddie, you've got to take that upstairs, honey. We're not hanging out down here. Okay. She's my little messy noisemaker. So.
Oh,
So
she's
she
really
gets
quiet
going.
compared to mine.
What's that?
I said she's really quiet compared to mine.
It's true. She's 6 now, so she's starting to she listens. I just can't expect her to be perfectly silent in the corner while she's down here.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. That's just torture.
Mary Beth, I'm not sure if autocorrect got you again, but she says she loves her surf prep that the president got her. So I'm not sure. I can't tell if the autocorrect got her or if the president got her a surf prep sander.
That's one special surf prep. Okay. So trees are starting to look like trees.
They are.
I need to do the branches first before I can do the flowers and the leaves. So it's like,
Yes. Hand painting, it just takes so much time. So
yeah,
I'm sure everybody understands.
like
It's not
furniture, it starts out ugly before it gets to look pretty.
exactly.
So what are your favorite things to paint? I know you do a lot of your really gorgeous landscapes and stuff, but is there like a favorite thing you like?
Oh man, it just goes all over the place, you know?
Yeah, depending on how
How
you're
I feel.
feeling and
Yep.
what
So
inspires you at the moment.
yeah, I think it just has to do with that particular what inspires you at the moment is
Mm,
definitely it. So like sometimes it's like stormy clouds and then the next day it's like water and a sunny beach and
right? Tropical
mostly
paradise.
yes, mostly it's just outdoors. Sound like an airplane. Okay, I'm gonna see. Yes, Mary Beth, too much stuff in my head. Although, like the painting and the furniture and stuff, it does calm down everything that's going on in my head for sure.
Yes, it's very therapeutic.
Exactly. Well, it's really coming together. Finally. It took me long enough. It's all these tiny black lines. I don't know if you can see them from there, but
It looks beautiful.
thanks, Kristen. It's getting there. I might end up, like I said before, like doing maybe a color wash over it and changing. I might deepen this pink color a little bit
Yeah.
just to kind of match it to the flowers a little better. And then I might make this a bit more green to match it to the flower leaves. It'll bring it all together. But I can do
Yeah.
that with, like, I can do that over the black and not really have to mess with it much. Sorry about little clicking toenails. I got my dog. She's walking around in here. I always feel bad for background noise, but you know, we both have kids.
Happen. You're in your home.
It's just how it works. I think I'll change the color of these wings before I even start with the little black. And then I'm going to put like white, some of those white dots in there. That'll bring it to life even more. These tiny lines are killing me though.
Yes, I always wondered how they, I see some of the like videos and they have these like super fine tipped brushes. Where do you
Uh-huh.
get those?
I don't know. They pop up on my, like on your Facebook news feed every once in a while, but I don't dare get them because unless it's from like a reputable source, I don't. I'm scared of those Facebook ads.
Yeah, and plus if you buy something, you keep seeing stuff like that and
Yeah,
more,
yeah.
and
If
they
you
never
just,
leave you alone.
yep. And if you click on it, yeah, it does.
But I see like some of the super detailed stuff where they have the really fine tip brushes and they like just like outline some of the
Uh-huh.
areas and it's like, wow, where can I get those?
I'm sure someone on here. She says Michael's. Mary Beth says Michael's where she works. I didn't know you work at Michael's. I'm jealous. I would have such a hard time working at Michael's though. No, I didn't work. I worked at Lowe's. Oh, she's giving us the sizes. So, Kristen, you've got the sizes in there.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Paintbrushes. That's funny. See, I knew someone would know.
Yes, I'm just so used to the paintbrushes I use for furniture.
Uh-huh.
It's
You got to expand your horizons.
right. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I need that one now too.
The whole other side of things for sure. Thank you, Emma. She's feeding her sister, so
Oh.
I'm getting her something to eat. Well, I always kind of like, I let them go upstairs and then it's the only time they're allowed to bring snacks or anything up there. So make it a little special.
Right, it's a special treat.
Yep. During Mom's Lives, we get to go up and jump on the bed.
Oh, they must like it when you go live then.
Yeah, sometimes, well, and I'll let them, you know, like they can have their TV time then too. So it does make it a little more, it's incentive, you know.
Right. Hey, sometimes you need to bribe them.
Mary Beth says, no kidding, but when you're an artist and your kids need the discount, oh yeah, because her kids are artists too. They are expensive. Those nicer ones get really expensive. Kind of like the furniture brushes too, though. Because I can easily spend 40 bucks on a nice furniture brush that's going to last me a while.
Yeah, same here. I definitely invest in brushes because they're just like something, it's just like something that's important that you use every day. So,
Yep. And you want it to last.
hmm And I'm terrible with keeping my brushes really nice and clean. And some people are really good at it. I'm terrible. I forget about them. I leave them out with the paint still on. I'm terrible. Yeah. And then sometimes I'm like stabbing the brush on the surface because I'm trying to make texture. So
Yeah, I get the globs of paint on the edges of mine a lot.
yeah, poor brushes.
Yes, Emma is my big helper. She's Mary Moffat, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, says she ordered her Outlander shirt from Facebook and got it quickly. Ooh, there's a whole nother subject.
Right. I was like,
It's one of my favorite shows. I still think I like the books the best, though. Gotta say.
I'm looking forward to the time when I'm able to read a book again.
It'll come, I promise. I remember that too.
So much. So much. I used to read, you know, like at least a book every other day, and now it's like I can barely read an article.
Oh man, I know the feeling. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you've got those little. How old's your son now? I know he's pretty small still.
He's a year.
Okay, it'll get easier, and then you'll feel like you have time again.
Because when I try to read, I'll like read a paragraph and then, you know, get distracted, come back and just have to reread the paragraph because I forgot what I just read.
Yeah. That's funny.
Like, I'm just not even gonna try.
No, the days. But then I miss them too because they were so little and cute. Not that they're
I know.
not, but
Yeah.
they were sweet and tiny. Now they're 11 and 6.
Yeah, I don't want mine to grow up ever.
Yeah.
I say that now, but I'll probably in 13 years I'll regret saying that.
Oh, yeah, when they're still in the house. Still in the house at 22.
Right?
Mary Beth says that kids suck the life out of you. Um, I used to read everything my kids had as well. Yes. I do read a lot of Emma's books. That's funny. And Mary says she didn't know that they had it in books. Oh, Outlander? Yes.
Yeah. Everything good is based on a book.
Right. All the best ones.
Hmm. I actually used to wanted to be a writer, but obviously that will never happen.
Honestly, Kristen, though, I read some of you kind of like I read some of your posts and you could be. You kind of are with your posts because yes, that is a skill that you have for sure. I'm always like, I don't know what to write. I need you to write my furniture posts. That's what I need.
I help Roz all the time. I'm like, just say blah blah blah, blah. And then she's like, oh, okay.
We'll try that and then it works. No, you write beautifully. I can see that you would be that you'd want to do that. That makes sense. Even your Etsy. I'm like, this girl is killing it on Etsy, so I'm gonna go see what's up, see what she's doing, and then I'm reading it. I'm like, I don't write like that. Like, you make your furniture have personality.
For me, like it starts out with the story I have for the furniture piece. So I kind of just like keep that in mind and like they're like
Yes,
people to me.
that's funny. I can see that. I like that idea. Mine have personalities too, especially once I've spent, 30 hours on them. I'm like, this one's a cranky old man.
Right? Well, you get to know them so well over
Yes.
all the hours you spend, all the details you put in. It's like
Uh-huh.
they become your friends.
Mary says she takes it that the show continues. I don't think they've made it to the end yet. I think they're still. I haven't kept up on the most recent couple of seasons, but
Oh, they're
I think,
good.
yeah, my furniture takes all of my time lately.
Yeah, totally.
I like this a lot better. I should have used this green. So, I'm using that metallic paint again, and this time I'm trying the golden moss because that mermaid tail just didn't go with the transfer, so I'm gonna change it up. The pink is not so bad, but that green was a little bit too bright. I'm gonna do it in here. I'll have to get a smaller brush.
Okay, I'm going to have to sketch my birds and stuff. Do you draw with pencil first, usually?
Sometimes on my bigger scenes, not usually, but like if there's like details in them,
Mm-hmm.
I will. It depends on what it is because like trees, I can put those in pretty easy now.
Right. Yeah, I'm just worried about the birds because I have to do all the feathers and stuff.
I would sketch those.
Yeah.
Uh like my octopus pieces, I'll sketch those out.
Yeah.
just to make sure, like animals and people, yeah, I'll usually sketch them out. Just because they got to be right, you know?
Yes, yeah, there's just more detail that goes into them. Well, I'll do the floor. I'll do the ground right now.
Oh, she likes my green. Okay, good. I'll just keep looking back to make sure, Mary Beth, I'll just keep looking back to make sure you like everything. Like, okay, I'm heading in the right direction. She's been on here this whole time, I think. Thank you. Okay. I think it adds because it matches those leaves. Whenever I'm painting and using transfers at the same time, I just kind of try and match some of the colors out of the transfer. And sometimes I'm a bit off to begin with, you know, but it'll get there eventually. Are you getting more colors?
I'm doing the base of the floor, the forest floor, which I'll have to paint with some other colors.
Gotcha. Whoops, I went over some of my black. I'll go back. I'll have to go look up exactly what type of art you're painting too.
Yes, look up chinoiserie wallpaper, and I think you'll get an idea of what I'm trying to do. Hopefully, I can come close.
Oh, you'll pull it off.
So, but
It is hard to paint while you're on live too, but you'll get it there. There we go. Yes, I like this so much better already. All I had to do was add this moss color and we're good to go.
leaves.
I might do like a background behind this too. Because I just kind of left it white, but I might have to go back in and do something fun.
I keep looking at my inspiration photos. I don't know if I look at some photos to get like when I'm doing canvas, not for furniture, but like when I'm trying to do canvas.
Uh-huh.
I usually have like a photo that's like my inspiration pick or a
Yeah,
few to just base off of it because I'm not that skilled yet where I can just paint it from my mind.
for sure. Well, that's why I kind of picked this butterfly is because, you know, it's a butterfly. Then I don't have to worry about an inspiration photo too much. I mean, I did go and look at butterflies and I was like, okay, this wing goes here.
Yeah, just to get like an idea, but it's like not doing an exact copy, but you're just getting the details.
So I'm trying to get this on real thick so that it covers well. It's looking good so far. Thank you, Iris. Yes, Mary Beth, I agree. I think that this finally, like, the butterfly, once it matches the transfer now, it's finally starting to look like something. Something I might actually put on my own wall instead of something that I stick in the kids' room, you know? Without that teal. Not that sticking it in the kids' room is wrong, but I do tend to change my mind a lot, so.
Mixing some green.
I don't know if I can, I don't think I can see the bottom of your canvas.
Oh, you probably can't. Yeah, it's I just did like a base for
Oh,
the grounds, but nothing terribly interesting. It's just um which I'm going to have to add more colors onto later, but I'm just kind of like doing a rough shape before I can even do any details.
gotcha. And I think I'm gonna go over this too and make it more peachy, just so it like goes along, because these flowers are a little more peachy over here.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen, your kids are being really good because it's, how long have we gone?
Definitely been an
Bigger.
hour.
Right? I think it's been over an hour. What time did we start? 3? Yeah, we
3.
started at 3. Oh my goodness. Yep. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about the wigglies. It is 4:45.
Oh,
And we started at like 3:10. So we're at an hour and a half at least. Probably have to call it quits pretty soon here. Once you come to a good stopping point, just let me know. Because
yeah,
I,
I need to get dinner ready.
yeah, me too. That's why the kids were so hungry. Now I get it.
Right.
Uh, luckily, it was like bagels and cream cheese, so nearly an acceptable dinner. So I'm just going back in with the little peachy color, and this is another metallic one because I kind of tried to stick with just all of one line. This is Spring Blossom. They have so many pretty colors though. This is
Mm-hmm.
like, this is an orangey, almost like a peachy color. And I'm kind of just going over that pink I already did because it's slightly translucent, so you'll still be able to see the pink. And I can always go back in and touch up my black. But yeah, are you, um, like typically how long do you think it would take you to finish a project like that, Kristen?
Um, maybe 4 days if I work nonstop.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty quick, I feel like. But you work like nonstop.
Yeah, I'll work in like 12-hour spurts.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's
because
a
like
lot.
once I get going, it's hard for me to stop because it's
Yeah,
like I'm in the mood, like I'm in the work mode.
yeah,
So I
for sure.
just like, don't realize. And then it's
That
like,
makes
oh, it's
sense.
dinner time. It's like, oh,
I worked all day.
right. But hey, I can't complain. I mean, it's better than the other way around.
Yeah. Well, you put out a ton of amazing work all the time, so.
Thank you. Yeah. I did work like a straight month nonstop for all of the new release stuff. So it's not like I like did them in a day. I'm not
Yeah,
that good. I spent a whole month trying to get them all done.
I mean, how many did you do with the new transfers that they sent?
I've done 8 so far.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I'm
Same
still
thing.
showing. I'm still showing my new project, my new pieces. Um, I hope people don't get sick of everything.
Yeah.
But I just loved this release that much because I was like, I could see how to use almost all of the transfers.
Uh-huh.
Um, there were, of course, a couple that weren't quite something I would use.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a few for me too. But there always are going to be that. You're not going to like every single one.
No, and the great thing is that Redesign tries to put out, you know, different styles so that there's like a little something that everyone can like.
Uh-huh.
Because it would be boring if it was just all one style all the time.
True. Mary Beth, she said that you've worked so hard and she will never get tired of your art. Yes,
Oh,
you said you hope you don't people don't get tired of it. I don't think anybody's gonna complain. I wouldn't be. Okay, so I went over the top one with the orange. And I'll go back and do those black lines, but I might actually have to wait. Crystin, are you planning on going live on the redesign page again?
yes.
Okay. Are you gonna finish this project live, or are you just gonna? Today is
I
what it is.
might work on a couple of little details here and there, but I don't know. I guess I would like to just so people can see the
Yeah,
process, but I know it's kind of boring, so I'm like, I don't know if
I guess you could really go live on there whenever, though. We get all quiet.
I'm like concentrating on this one little leaf,
No worries. I'm over here like doing kind of the same thing. I'm thinking while I paint.
right? I'm like, don't make the leaf too fat.
And I'm thinking, don't cover all that hard work I just did, but I covered it a little bit. That's okay though. I'll bring it back, I promise. I kind of just wanted to get some more of these colors of the flowers in, but I'm not sure if I have the right colors in the metallic paint. Have you ever mixed the metallic paints with anything else, like regular acrylics? I might try that right now.
Um, I tend to more like layer them. I mean, I have kind of, I guess, mixed. Um, but with the acrylics, I kind of just use them for detailing.
Okay.
So
I
I
was just
have,
wondering if I'm gonna mix it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. So I was
oh, but
wondering if it works.
well, you can't mix it. You can mix anything.
Well, let's try it. I'm gonna do the impasto paints with one of the metallics because I don't have like a red burgundy color, so I have like a purple. So I'm gonna mix red paint, impasto paint with this burgundy metallics. We'll see. It worked. I don't know how shiny it'll be though, but it worked. I'm gonna get in here. It's still shiny.
Wait, is it? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop.
Yes, I know it's hard. It's hard to stop. Just like you, I
Yeah.
kind of get going and I just keep going. So, all right. Well, I'll probably finish this up today or tomorrow, and then I'll be able to post it on the redesign page here. So, and of course on my own page for those of you who follow me. And I want to thank you, ladies, for hanging in there with us. We kind of did a long live, but I know Kristen wanted to get through as much as she could. Get more in there. So I'm popping my head back in here. That butterfly is really getting to gel with the flowers, so trust your process. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm starting to like it. It's getting there, sure. And Kristen, yeah, this has been really fun.
Yeah, thanks for doing this with me.
Of course. And then, so you're going to be live here, like on and off on some Saturdays. I don't know if you quite have a schedule yet, or you're just kind of like going by whichever Saturday works for you.
Mhm.
But from what
I
I
would,
understood,
I would like to be more consistent, so try to aim for every Saturday, doing some sort of canvas stuff with you or other artists, whoever's available, you know, and just to like kind of do a little bit of something different on the page or group on the group.
for sure. Yeah, no, this has been good. It's been fun. And so I'll be back here with you on and off, I'm sure, using all the redesign stuff. It makes for a fun, quick live too. So, all right, you guys. Kristen, you're ready to sign off, right? Did you have anything
Yes.
else? Okay, I
No,
didn't.
yeah,
We covered it.
I
Well,
think
we
we
better
covered
have
everything.
in almost 2 hours now. So, all right. Thanks, Kristen, for hanging out, and thanks everybody else. We'll see you all soon, and have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.